Welcome to Weekend Night Live, hosted by Samuel Jacobs Abbey, where we play music, talk shows, and interviews on Be Inspired Podcast Network. Stay tuned and keep your dial on www.beinspiredpodcast.com. Don't forget to stay connected, be inspired, be unique, and be different.
You in? It doesn't take a lot to make me angry. What about you? Did some schmuck cut you off on the freeway? Maybe your boyfriend accidentally shredded that birthday card your grandma sent you. So you freak out, you scream maybe, a vein pops out of your forehead. It happens to everyone, but did you know that anger is actually affecting your physical health? Hey, anger is inevitable, okay? You can't just stop getting angry. Even the world's most sedate person has uttered a few choice words in traffic. Will that expletive fest really make you feel better? Will punching a wall really calm you down? The answer is no. Sorry, but recent studies have shown that angry reactions are pretty harmful to your physical health. A Yale University study found that people with anger management issues tend to get sick more often. Their anger actually weakens their immune system. The Journal of the National Medical Association added that people who respond negatively to anger are 9% more likely to have a heart attack. Hey, that might not sound like a lot, but come on, it's a heart attack. Every percentage point counts. Other studies have linked anger to everything from coronary disease to high blood pressure. Now that we all know that excessive angry outbursts are bad for you, we're going to teach you how to manage that anger in 4 simple steps. All you're going to need is that handy-dandy well-cast journal, a little bit of time, and a teeny bit of self-awareness. Step 1, control your breathing. When something pisses you off, instead of screaming or laying on the horn, take deep breaths. Spend 2 to 3 minutes breathing deeply, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Imagine inhaling calm blue air and exhaling that red toxic air. Step 2, relax your muscles. Unclench your fists. Make a conscious effort to loosen those shoulders and slump a little. Great posture is awesome, but for now, let those muscles unwind. I promise it'll help. Step 3, get it out. Once you're relaxed and breathing deeply, grab your well-cast journal. If it's a road rage thing, obviously please pull over. But when you get a chance, write down exactly what made you angry. Step 4, seeking context. It's important to put your anger into context by thinking rationally instead of emotionally. Think about it. Are you going to be angry tomorrow? Probably. What about a week from now? Maybe. A month? Probably not. A year? I don't think you'll remember, but by examining your anger this way, you can displace yourself from it, and you'll be able to process your anger without letting it take over your life. Let's recap. You need to find a healthy way to process your anger, or else you could run into some really nasty health problems. Remember to relax and breathe evenly, and then work through your anger by writing it down and contextualizing it. We can't promise you won't get angry ever again, but hopefully with this, you found a way to deal with it a little bit better.
I know you guys are enjoying some quality good music and you are having fun. Oh, that was a song from Mary Mary, God in Me, and I know a lot of you are just having fun and enjoying that moment. But at the same time, you know what time is it? It's 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the United States. Meaning it's 7:30 p.m. In Ghana and on the GMT clock. And so for that matter, at this point, we are getting ready to begin our show, which is the Weekend Night Live with Samuel Jacobs Abbey. And folks, like you know, from around the world, we try as much as possible to discuss issues that borders on primarily on social change and social change implications. And we do so because social change is important, and we believe that in order for us to have a behavioral pattern, there is a need for us to talk about it sometimes, to find ways by which we can help each other to overcome our social problems. Hence the program, The Weekend Night Live with Samuel Jacobs Abbey. Again, just for the sake of those who are joining us for the first time, on Be Inspired podcast, our primary objective is to discuss the fundamental areas of development. And as you may know by now, our mission is to tap into individuals and group talent in an effort to bring social change implication. A key part of our work will be to capture, distill, disseminate, and apply lessons from interviews, views, research to formulate social change policy. Be Inspired Podcast Network believe that when scholars, social workers, individuals, professionals contribute to this social change discussion, we are able to collectively make a change and an impact in our society. And so for that matter, today I am very pleased and very energized because we have an individual who I don't just call a friend, but a bosom one. Very passionate, love what she does, to be our resource person today as we prepare to discuss the subject on anger and how anger can affect our relationships. So our resource person today, Mamaga Ametor II, is an accomplished management and leadership consultant. Academia who acts as a bridge between tradition and culture. She was installed as the paramount queen of Alavanyo Traditional Council in the Hohoi municipalities in the Volta region of Ghana. Born in Togo as Barbara Peace Atiblo, Her Royal Highness Mamaga Ametor II had a primary and secondary education in Ghana, a product of Kwando Technical Institute. She became an entrepreneur and a trader with flourishing businesses across the border towns. In furtherance of her academic pursuit, Her Royal Highness Mamaga Ametor II enrolled in an MPhil leadership program at King's University College. Inspired by her love for social change implications, Mamaga Ametor II has organized multiple of events annually to support the needs of the people in Alavanya community. She is a very dynamic, energetic, and active but principled leader, a great community organizer with an outstanding leadership skills, frequent speaker at gathering, and motivational exposer. She respects and acknowledges the gift of other temperaments, especially those who are slower and less decisive. A very conscious of how others are affected emotionally. Since her installation in 2006, Her Royal Highness Mamaga Ametor II contribution to social change is highly recognized locally, nationally, and internationally. Recently emerged as the personality of Be Inspired for the month of January. Folks from around the world, I want to take this moment and this opportunity once again, someone who is no stranger to our program because she has appeared on our program a couple of times. Please help me welcome Her Royal Highness Mamaga Ametor II, the paramount queen of Alavanyo traditional area in the Hohoi municipalities. Mamaga, welcome to Be Inspired podcast once again.
Thank you.
Very good. We are super excited and we are happy that you have made some time today to discuss a very important topic. In fact, when we announced this topic, we've received a lot of questions because it falls directly in line with what people are dealing with. But before we dive into that, uh, let me ask you, or let me take this opportunity for you to introduce yourself again, just for the sake of those who may not know you. I know I have read a very tall bio of you, but just one or two words from you directly as a way of introducing yourself to over 14,944 people listening to you in real time.
Thank you, Doc. My name is Mamaga Ameto II, the paramount queen of Alavani traditional area in the Volta region in Hokwe municipality. I'm a Catholic and a Christian. I'm a Catholic and a Christian, and I'm now doing my MPhil in the leadership. Because of my queenship, I decided to do the MPhil. That's a brief about me for now.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that brief introduction. In the meantime, I have gone ahead to introduce you extensively. So today, our conversation, folks from around the world, we are looking at anger and how it affects us. And we said that anger is one of the most common negative patterns in every relationship. Couples sometimes report that it is their anger that makes the relationship feel alive. Anger takes root in insecure relationship where open communication is absent and emotion of love is buried beneath years of resentment. And as you listen carefully, there is typically hopelessness in the present and doubt about the future of this relationship. But the good news is that individuals committed to improving their relationship through hard work of therapy and generally rewarded a sense of hope finds a way to live in harmony and are able to overcome and manage their anger to promote their relationship. So like I said, I don't want to take the wind out of the mouth of our resource person. But let's begin first of all, Your Royal Highness, if I may. In your own perspective, what is anger?
Yeah, thank you, Doc. And my way of setting anger is a simple word. It's a reaction to a feeling, threatening, or it's a form of discomfort that leads to irritation. And at times, it grows to aggravate the violent rage. Anger is also often mistaken for aggression or terms such as hostility, aggression, or mood swing. That is anger in my simple terms.
Very good. Very good. And quickly before we move forward, a few people who are listening to you from around the world have noted that it looks like there's a little background at your end. So if you will let those around you keep a bit quiet, or if the radio can come down a bit because they are picking feedback and they can hear you. But having said that, with the definition that you give in terms of anger. So now the primary question that I may want to ask you is that, is anger a good thing or a bad thing?
Anger is a bad thing to me because it kills our thinking. So it's not good for human beings to get angry because it affects our thinking. It affects our career and our personal life. So it's not good for us to get angry as a human being.
All right. So then, in that being the case, if that being the case, then one may want to ask, then why do we get angry if we all know, or it is partly know that when you are angry or anger has a way of affecting your persona and your personality, then the question to you, Your Royal Highness, is that why then do we get angry?
Yeah, we get angry because it is a fundamental emotion thing that everybody experience from time to time. And some of us learn it from our friends or colleagues to express or something that we copy from angry behavior to display around us or to display. So it's not a good thing because we express it or we copy it from somebody. That's the end means to something. That is why we mostly get angry, thinking that will solve the problem for us.
Wow, 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 wow. So then the question that one may ask specifically is that if why the assumption? Why do we think that if we get angry, then the problem is resolved? If, like you say, this is just a myth. How is it that we have come to appreciate and accept the fact that when we get angry, the problem is resolved?
Yes, as I said, that it's a fundamental emotion. One thing that when you get angry, the problem is but the problem is still not solved. It's still there. It's only cover the surface of the problem. So it's a bad assumption that we are having. That when I get angry over this, the problem is solved. The problem is still there. It's only the surface that is covered.
Got you. So in that case, before we go deeper into the conversations, because questions are already pouring in, before we get into deeper conversation, that how do we manage such a situation? Or even before we go into the management of anger, if you will be in a good position to share or throw light on some of the effects that anger will have on us, one, both as individuals, two, as a community, and three, for families.
Okay, the effect of anger, as I said earlier on, that it affects our thinking. Anger makes our judgment has it or lead to misrepresentation of a fact. So that's one of the effects of anger. Your thinking, your lead of a misrepresentation of a fact. You may not get the fact well. It's also as a result of repeating analyzing of an event. If you get angry, so that's why anger affects our thinking, and also affect our career. People who cannot accept constructive criticism and cannot handle creative differences or opposite opinion ends up expressing their discomfort. So it also affects our career, in our relationship, in our website, in our job, wherever we find ourselves, and also affect our personal life. Excessive anger prevents people from socializing with you because of the way you get angry.
Very good. So then there is a question which is coming from Kweku in Ghana, and Kweku's question to you is that, now, having said that, then what are some of the symptoms? I mean, what he's trying to say is that how will you know if this person is angry or this person has developed a certain level of anger in his or her relationship with others? Are there particular symptoms that you can immediately relate to?
Yes, Doc. Thank you, Kapu. There is a lot of symptoms that you can relate to anger to. You have external factors such as personal issues with others, debt, frustration, unfavorable situation or condition, lack of time for self and family lead to negative thoughts. The mental symptoms of anger are discomfort, irritation, restlessness. At the same time, our body also starts responding uncontrollable to those situations by exhibiting the physical symptoms of anger, such as heart beating, rapidly. Your heart is beating rapidly. Muscle getting tense. Sweet bumps or foamy of a headache or forehead on a forehead. This mental and physical discomfort combined lead us to exhibit aggressive behavior such as shouting and then arguing, throwing objects or kicking walls, punching pillows and punching doors and crying. These are some of the symptoms that we have when somebody gets angry or there's anger issues.
Very good. Very good. So, having identified some of these symptoms, let me also add, just for the sake of those who are just joining us now. Today we are discussing the topic: how does anger affect your relationship with others? And our guest today is Her Royal Highness Mamaga Ameto II, the paramount queen of Alavanyo traditional council in the Hohoi municipalities in the Volta region. So let me add that, so when you have anger towards another person, you have to find a way to, as it were, begin to check your internal clock to see your own state of emotions. Because, listen, in order for you to be able to appreciate that you are getting angry over a matter, there is a need, therefore, for you to understand the emotional state of yourself. Now, Her Royal Highness, my question to you is that, how do you know if a family member or a loved one has an anger problem?
Thank you, Doc. If you want to know how your family member or your loved one have an anger problem, is one, you have to listen to him or her tone of speaking, the body language, the reaction of things, eye contact. If you look at all those things, you know that because the person is with you, you know the person already. So you need to watch all those things around the person and see if the person is in a good mood or the bad mood.
Very good, very good. So the mood plays a fundamental role in the identification or analysis of an individual temperament leading to anger. So, Heroyan, the question, I have a question coming from Robert. Robert is actually writing from Australia, Sydney, Australia. And Robert's question is that you began your statement with a premise, and you said that anger is a negative thing. But don't you think that sometimes anger can also be a positive thing? Because sometimes when you are angry, then people begin to take you serious. Am I right?
I may say, no, you think that they are taking you serious, but they're not taking you serious. It's a good way if you get angry. You thought things are getting serious rather in your life, while people are getting scared of you rather. That's why it affects your personal life. But you don't know it at the moment or the right for it. You will not even realize it. So somebody may tell you one day, a good person will tell you one day. So it's not, anger is not a positive thing. It's a negative because it affects your health too. When you get angry and thinking somebody is taking it because of that, the person is taking it serious, it's affecting your health in addition. So have a way of clearing that for person to listen to you, to take you serious, not in an angry way.
Very good. So a question coming here from Joseph in Liberia, and Joseph's question to you is that, you said that it is always negative to be anger. I'm a Christian. Didn't Jesus Christ got angry and whipped the people in the temple? After that, didn't the people stop selling and using the temple wrongly? I think that sometimes it's good to show your anger so people know the state of your heart and your emotion. What do you think? This is just a follow-up to the question that came from Robert in Australia.
Thank you, Robert. When we want to go to biblical, Jesus Christ, we describe it as if it's anger. It is not anger. It was expressing something. to show or to teach the people the right thing. But we who interpret the Bible are saying Jesus Christ get angry. So it's a way of letting the people know that this is the right thing. It's not angry way. It's expressing in view, point of view. So it's not anger.
Got you. So then, so the questions are just flowing like water. There's a question coming from Usman, and Usman is actually writing all the way from the United Arab Emirates, and then Usman's question to you, and he said, "Thank you, Her Royal Highness. I am always excited when I see you come on the Be Inspired show. You've always inspired me. I don't take your presence on this show for granted because as a queen, you still have time to do social change event, and that humbles me so much about your leadership. My question to you is that I think that anger sometimes it's good. Your children, if you are raising children, your children realize that you are soft and you only talk to them, and sometimes you don't express your anger to them, they take you for granted and they see things to be normal. I know few people who did not pay attention to some of these things, and their children have gone wayward. When my kids misbehave, they could see the furiousness in my eyes, and that alone is enough to put a stop to whatever they are doing. Don't you think that anger can sometimes be used as a tool to help resolve problems?
Yeah, thank you. It seems you are interpret something here or understanding something here. Anger is a different. When you're raising a child in the house and I want him or her or what to listen to you, that is not anger. That is not anger. That is not anger. The definition of anger, we have it here, hostility, aggressive, and more so way. I don't think this tree fall on really a child in the house. If maybe the Bible said that educate your child in a way when he grew. So that is not anger. So that's a different thing altogether. Anger is something that you copy or you do something aggressively. You cannot rear a child in the house aggressively or hostile. So that's a different thing from anger.
Got you. So there's more question pouring in. This is coming from Harryland. In Harryland, Lucy said that thank you so much, but it looks like every one of us, at least for now, seem to have a different opinion that anger is some way somehow good. My thought here is that it depends on your definition of anger and what anger is all about to you. I'm saying this because if you want to look at it from politically, sometimes there is a need for political leaders to express their anger and frustrations to their electorate in order to win their votes. So sometimes it is good for your ability to express what is in your heart, because what Samuel defined from the beginning, he said that in order to know the state of your anger, it is important to check the internal clock of your heart. And so if you know that you are fuming up, you know. So why are we denying that anger is not a positive thing when it can be used effectively to resolve a problem too?
Yeah, thank you, Doc. Yeah, anger is good. As I say, it's good to solve a positive thing. But at long run, it affects your thinking and your health. So do we say it's good when you do something maybe 50% and the 50% affect your life? Or 20% good and 70% affect your life? Is that a good one? Because when you get angry, it affects your health. It might end up getting stroke because you get angry, it's kept on the brain. You might get affecting any kind of diseases. That's your health. And you're thinking, you may not think right again. So which one is good about the anger now? So I am saying that anger is a positive thing. Let's take it. You have a bicycle. You first took a car or a bicycle in your house. And you wake up early morning, somebody moves the car from where you park it. Then all of a sudden you get angry. Meanwhile, there's a cause, a reason why the person moved the thing from there. Instead of you to calm down, breathe in and breathe out, think twice before approaching the person, because the person moved the car from there, you get angry, started shouting, and you end up at hospital having stroke. Which one is good about this? Getting angry over the thing, end up at the hospital, angry about this, and end up overthinking that is good about it. No angry person speaks right. Look at the political or religious or traditional way. When you get angry, your thinking becomes difficult and different. You may not understand anything.
I'm taking notes here because I like the way you put it. That when you become angry, your thinking is affected, your judgment is affected, your behavior, you become irrational immediately, and rightly so. By the time you calm down and you resolve whatever angered you, it turns out that you realize that you have created a lot of sins that now you have to go back to help resolve it. And so I very much agree with you very well, Your Royal Highness, with that point that you just expressed. Having said that, I have another question coming here from the Volta region of Ghana, and it's coming from Mauli. And Mauli said that, thank you, my queen, for that beautiful analysis on the subject on anger. My contribution to the discussion is that we cannot, under any circumstance, justify anger. That is why, as a Christian, God granted you the spirit of self-control so that you'll be able to control your emotions and your anger when the need arises. It's just a contribution to the conversation. Thank you again. My name is Mauli.
Thank you, Mauli. Thank you, Mauli.
Good. This is coming from the Ashanti region, and it's coming from Kwesi. Kwesi said, what is the Queen Mother talking about? Has somebody really upset her before? Has somebody taken something that belongs to her, precious thing that belonged to her, or something that she needed so badly away from her, and she has encountered it and seen it with another person? Maybe she hasn't experienced that before. That's why she thinks that. Maybe she hasn't experienced that before. That is why she thinks that anger management is an easy thing. If it is that easy, nobody will get angry. So if she can help me understand her better, I will appreciate it, because anger for me is a reflex action. It happens instantaneously when situation arise.
Yeah, thank you, Kwesi and Doc. Yeah, a lot of that sort have happened to me before, and I managed to control it. So I know you also can control it. Kwesi, if somebody's precious belongs to you and are snatched away from you, maybe it's a God wish that it go from your hand. So there's no need for you to get angry. You need to step back, think, relax, and ask yourself few questions. Why this thing have taken away from me than getting angry over the precious thing that you lost? Maybe that God designed that you may not have it, or it's going to lead you to something tomorrow. So don't be getting angry if you like that thing so dearly to you. Maybe it's a death trap to you. Maybe it's taking out, preventing you from something. So please, if you love something and they take it away from you, step back and think twice before acting. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And it's getting interesting and it's getting exciting as well. There is a question here, and this question is coming from the United States. It's coming from Ohio, and it's coming from Mami from Ohio in the United States. And Mami's question is that, so how come anger makes us bitter? How come anger makes us bitter? Can you please help me understand why when we are hungry, we are very bitter?
Yeah, because it's an emotional thing. When it happens, if you haven't control yourself, it develops in your system, your brain. So it makes it bitter because you think about the whole thing. So you may get angry and make it bitter because you are thinking about the thing. It's it's me that this has happened to. Why this? We need to forget about it and ask ourselves why this is happening now, and then try to get the answer and catch your mind back to the olden days or the old times, and then count the negative and the positive. Which one is more before you make your judgment? So it's we ourselves that make ourselves bitter, not the anger. But you are a human being. You are controlling yourself. So you make yourself. You put a load upon yourself. That's why I'm bitterness on it. So take the load out of yourself, and you'll be free.
Got you. All right, so we'll come back to the rest of the questions. There are a lot of questions pouring in at this point. Let me say a good evening to Juandi Mariam Abila in Spotsylvania, in Virginia. Thank you for tuning in and enjoying yourself with the show. And we are looking forward so much as you prepare to launch your book and also to launch your music video and your song, Juandi. We are already excited for your event that you will be coming up very soon. Let me also take this opportunity to congratulate all those who are listening from around the world for the great support that you continue to provide us in this program. I also want to say good evening to my friend Phyllis Thompson in the United Kingdom for the project of raising £3,000 to support a rural community evangelism program for constructions of borehole and getting computers for the rural community schools. And of course, we will put your link crowdfunding pages on our website for all those who want to as it were, contribute to support your initiative. I'll come back to our conversation again. We are today, for the sake of those who are joining us, we are discussing the issue of anger management and how anger can affect your relationship with others around you. And particularly, we are privileged that we have Her Royal Highness Mamaga Ameto II, the paramount queen of Alavanyo Traditional Council in the Hohoi municipalities in the Volta region. And so we'll be looking at anger and how it has affected people and what it can lead to. So a question here, and this question it's coming from Mahmoud, and Mahmoud is writing from the northern region of Ghana, particularly in the Wa area. And Mahmoud said, I am having fun enjoying your conversation here in the northern region of Ghana. It turns out that when one is angry, your heart began to pop and pop and pop. Why is it so? Is there any health consequences if you get angry all the time?
Yes. Thank you, Mahmoud. When you get angry and your heart started pumping, it's an indication that you are having a health problem. Because in this indication, we have physical and then behavioral and emotional one. So in your case, it is a physical care. That is why the heart is pumping, because it takes the term physical. Because your body reacts to it, a heat. So your heart beats rapidly, and your breathing and your muscles started growing. So when it happened that way, I'm afraid that at the end of your life or at the end of the anger, you may have a hypertension or have a stroke or heart attack. So that is why it's not good for one person to get angry.
Thank you very much. So the other question that I am also looking at, we just came in, and this one is coming on the Twitter, and it's coming from Frank, and Frank is actually writing also from Ghana, and Frank says that, have you experienced any of these significant effects of anger before? I am asking this because personally, I try as much as possible not to get angry, but once in a while I do. And in a situation like this, can you please advise what do I need to do immediately to overcome my anger without reacting?
Yeah, thank you, Frank. I do have, and I end up at hospital. So since that day, I decided to advise myself, whatever the situation may be, I have to step back first. Let the people think that you are a fool. Let the people that you don't know anything, you are ignorant about what is happening. You know yourself. You know who you are. You know why you step back first. And then you think about what is happening. Don't take the thing personal first. Maybe the person is trying to destroy your life. The person will push you to the wall. And when you hit the wall, you want to fight back, then you will hurt. And then he or she may be somewhere laughing at you. That is why there's a need for everybody that get angry to step backwards and relax and breathe in and breathe out and see the way forward. Though it's not easy, but I have to control. That's why self-control is it.
Very good, very good, very good. So, in that case, we will continue to educate the public and let the public understand the impact and the effect that anger can have on us. Now, there is another question which is coming from Memunatu, and Memunatu is writing from Lagos in Nigeria, and said, "Is anger affecting? How does anger affect your efficiency and performance?"
Thank you, Memunatu. Yes, if you get angry, how can you work? Always like eating yourself because somebody just make you angry. How do you work? You cannot do anything. So if you make your performance low, then your enemy or the person who is making you angry, you have a reason of doing that, then she or he may be enjoying. Then you'll be losing your performance. So when you get angry, it doesn't affect your performance too at work. So that is why when you get angry in your relationship too, you have that bitterness and hatred for your spouse. So you may not regard him or her as a human being again. And then every good thing that is telling you, you just brush it out because the anger is still in your heart, eating you with them. So it affects us, our performance.
Are we saying that, and this is a question coming from Francis, and Francis, it's also writing from the Gambia. And Francis said, are we saying that we cannot be allowed to be angry? Then why did God create anger? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. He said God creates anger. Even if you look at the Bible, He created a bad thing and a good thing. It depends on you to choose which one is good for you. In the Bible, we say it's not drink, but in a marriage ceremony, Jesus Christ performed miracle by making drink there. That does not mean that we should go and drink. So the anger is there to judge your life. What is so it depends on you to judge which one is good for you. Do you like the anger to go to grave, to leave your children, to leave this sweet world, or you need the anger to leave it and stay and enjoy what It's on the earth. So the question go back to you.
Very good. So, like, listen, guys, let me just say this, and unfortunately, our time is also wrapping up. We will end our conversation very soon. Can you believe it's already 4:11, which is 11 past 7 in 8 in Ghana. Let me say this to folks listening to me from around the world. That listen, everyone gets angry sometimes. I mean, it's part of human nature. There's very little you can do about it. It's part and parcel of us. But just like Mamaga said, the important thing is how you react and control that feeling of anger. If you know how to manage your feelings appropriately and your relationship with others, it may not negatively affect you. But if you let your anger control you, you might hurt loved ones, people who matters in your life. And so for that reason, that is why today we are spending some time to find some techniques as to how we can overcome such challenges and overcome such anger and create an environment where we will be able to manage some of these challenges that are associated with anger. And so that is the reason why we are having this conversation. So, folks, I don't want you to have an impression that my good friend Queen Manda is saying that you cannot be angry. No, you can. But what she's trying to suggest here is that it depends on how you manage it. Because whether you like it or not, the choice to manage it is in your hands. And the effort that at which you put into it will determine that you will not be angry. Now, let's give you a practical example. And like you have a child, and a precious thing that belongs to you, your 2-year-old child doesn't know his or her left from the right, destroy the thing. What do? You won't beat her, you won't kill her. All you have to do is to scream and then say, well, anyway, it's just a product. And so the same way, in order for us to live in harmonious relationship with others, it is so important that we don't allow our anger to go ahead of us, but instead we will find remedy to manage our anger immediately as we observe that our internal clock is kicking to put us into that state of mind. So having said that, a question to you, Her Royal Highness, and the question that is coming in, this question is actually also coming from Nigeria in Abuja, and it's coming from Abayomi. And Abayomi question to you is that, why is it that in a relationship it is primarily the women who are always angry? Abayomi, I don't know about this question, but maybe Herrera can help us. Because I've seen men who are very, very, very angry as well. So why is it that in relationship it is only women who are always angry and they always have something to say and always complaining and always lead to a fight and then ends up in the divorce? Why?
Oh, thank you, my blue brother from Nigeria. Yeah, it is true that most women get angry in a relationship. It leads to 2 or 3 factors that most men don't do it or hide it. Yes. A woman needs something and they're not able to fulfill it. So she may get angry. Especially what makes women most angry is in quote, romantic side. Where I'm not able to make her feel comfortable, not in a house, but in terms of love making. She may get up angry the whole day, the whole year, because you're not able to let her reach a certain orgasm that she wants. That creates most of the annoyance. So you need to watch the lady and control that anger in her by asking her or by finding a way to ask her what is her peak so you can rectify those things. So these are the most of the things. It's not physical, not financial, not those things. It's some of them, 100%, I'm sure that it's a sexual issue. That's why most women get angry with their spouse.
Got you, got you, get you, get you. All right. So the other question that is also coming here, and this is more of an academic question. It's coming from Kojo in Maryland, and Kojo's question to you is that what are the practical steps by which we will be in a position to manage anger, because it is part and parcel of our personality. How do we manage anger effectively?
Yeah, thank you, Kojo. Anger can always be kept under control. At least one can mitigate by applying the following or have some methods to apply it. Try to understand the feelings under the anger. If you try to understand the feelings under the anger often cover up other feelings such as embarrassment, insecurity, shame, or guilty. In order to control your anger, you need to realize what your real feelings are. And then anger fuel fight also defensive mechanisms of the body. Even if you might feel that you are just get angry without warning, your body starts sending you physical signals before. Identify the anger, the bottom of the anger, and then clench your hands or the jaws. So you have to learn how to cool down your system. You can deal with your anger quicker if you know how to recognize and cure before to get it out of control. So for me, the quick tip that I'll give to cooling your anger down or cool your anger down is to breathe. Listen, taking deep breaths for your abdomen to draw fresh air into your lungs. That's one, it can just take you out of that. Exercise. You have to do exercise. And then using your senses, listening to music, going to serene locations. You can go to serene locations, nice environment. Look at the nature. Look at the flowers. It also can show your anger or control your anger. And then using your slowing your counter to 10. You can start counting from 1 to 0 to 10. You have to slow it. Give a gap between it. By the time you finish, it will control your anger already. So these are the things that we need to do to control it, to take it from our system.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much, Royal Ernest. So the other question that just came in right now, and this question is coming from Southeastern Asia, and the question is coming from Zoom. And Zoom, question to you is that how do we manage tension and frustration when we are angry with our business partners, so that our anger will not affect our business relationship with others?
Yeah, thank you, Doc. Yeah, in our business, communication has to come here again. You have to improve your communication skills. Don't let don't let the angriness to show in your communication. So you have to be listening to others, listen to what others are saying rather than speaking first. When it comes to business and you are frustrated, not jump into conclusion at once. Avoid mind reading. Give chance to others to pour their grievances or to pour their view in the business, then you'll be tapping out for information from those people. No fighting back immediately. Keep calm and find out what is happening. What the really the person's feeling is, or what are behind the person, what the person is saying. Especially your real feeling now. After getting all these three, then you can express your feeling at that time your anger or your frustration is down.
Got you. So clearly, folks, you can see that there was a reason why we had this discussion, because it contains a loaded strategies and applications as to how to live in coexisting with others, and also to be able to manage your anger so that it may not distract or affect your personal relationship with others, as well as your company and your efficiency in doing things. We've looked at the topic from different perspectives. We look at biblical concept of anger management. We look at the health issues and the health consequences as far as anger management is concerned. We've looked at the social vices and the various variations at which the topic could be handled. And I believe we have done exactly so by showing you ways and means by which all these pieces can be put together in order for us to live in harmony and for us to live in peace. I want to take this opportunity once again to thank our resource guest, Her Royal Highness. She has always been a great champion of the vision and has supported our work in many ways. Folks, as you are listening from around the world, let me first of all mention to you that just in case it happened that you are to be around Ghana in the Volta region area, don't hesitate at all to look for her. She will welcome you into her palace and show you love. And again, for those who are philanthropists who want to support the initiatives and projects that she's doing in the area, she has a lot of projects. She's working on them, and some of her proposals are with us at the United Nations, and it's being studied for possible support. And so don't hesitate at all. If there's anything you can chip in to support the work that she's doing, please do so, and your life will not be the same. On this note, folks from around the world, I want to go back to Her Royal Highness and give her the final thoughts as we wrap up our conversation. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Doc. My final talk is the tip that will control the management, the anger management. I want to advise all listeners and out there. There are few times I have to take tips anger management. One, think before you speak. If you get angry, you have to think before you speak. Collect your thought before saying something or anything you want to say. Collect your thoughts very well. Express anger calmly, not in a harsh or aggressive way. Exercise yourself. Spend some time doing other enjoyable physical things, activities around you. Spend time out. If you think your husband is worrying you, you can spend time out to pour or think about the whole issue. Identify the solution. Instead of thinking what makes you angry, try to find the solution of the problem or the issue. Use a statement. Say, I have been waiting to check your presentation. Instead of, you never finish your work within deadline. So don't grudge with anybody. And then use practical realization skills to stop your anger by listening to music, good music, a deep breathing, and then seek help. Consider seeking professional help if your anger is actually uncontrollable. Then you'll be out of all this problem, help problem, you'll be healthy for yourself. You'll live long and enjoy your life. So these are the tips that I'll give when you are angry to do. Thank you, Doc.
Alrighty, thank you so much once again. Her Royal Highness today was our guest, and we talked about how anger can affect our relationship with others. I appreciate your time for tuning in, for sending your messages from around the world. We really had a good time, and we thank almost 15,000 people who listen to our resource guests from all over the world. Once again, thank you for supporting the vision. Thank you for being part of this process. We look forward to welcome you again next week for yet a beautiful show. By the way, on Wednesday, our way of worship with Lily Valerie Audrey will be on. So make a dial. If you are in Ghana, it's going to be at 11, it's going to be at 12 midnight. But if you are in the East Coast, it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesdays. Make a date with Lily and your life will not be the same. On this note, folks from around the world, I want to thank you once again for your support and for your time. Whilst we thank our resource guests once again, let me say a good evening to Hira in the Volta region for tuning in as well and for supporting the program. All right, folks from around the world, God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your evenings with your families. Continue to keep your dial on beinspiredpodcast.com as we enjoy some good praises on our studios whilst we talk to our resource guests offline. God bless all of you.
Hello, my name is Quan Green, and I would love to share some products that I found that are very beneficial to not only my body, but I'm sure that they would really help your body. I found out that a lot of us are impacted and we need to be detoxed, and I found some wonderful products that will safely detox you and help you to eliminate the waste and feel good about yourself. We also have products that will help grow your hair and give your skin more vibrant radiance and suppleness and help with wrinkles. I also have products that will help with joint pain as well as help you to lose weight. These products are all natural, therefore you don't have to worry about putting something in your body that's going to add problems to the problems that you may already be facing. So if you're interested, please give me a call at 706-426-1471, or you can email me at preciousjewel492@gmail.com. Thank you and have a blessed day.